Join me as I dive into the future and see if I can predict the skills needed for booming workplace safety demands in 2025. Workplace safety is an issue that's been on everyone's radar for a while now, and as we approach 2025, it's becoming clearer than ever that it's an area that requires a high level of expertise and specialization. Many businesses struggle to maintain adequate safety standards across their operations, and it's not hard to see why. With increasingly complex regulations and rapidly evolving industry landscapes, it's a daunting task to stay on top of the latest safety protocols and best practices. Moreover, the consequences of failing to do so can be catastrophic, resulting in injuries, fatalities, and even reputational damage. Despite their best efforts, many companies find themselves stretched thin when it comes to resources, expertise, and time, leaving safety often taking a backseat to more pressing concerns. Furthermore, the ever-changing nature of workplaces, with new technologies and processes being introduced all the time, means that safety professionals need to be constantly updating their skills and knowledge just to keep up. And finally, the growing complexity of global supply chains means that safety is no longer just a local issue, but a global one that requires coordination and collaboration across borders. In industries like construction, manufacturing, and energy, the demand for skilled safety professionals is particularly high. These professionals need to have a deep understanding of industry-specific regulations, as well as the technical expertise to develop and implement effective safety protocols. They must also be able to communicate complex safety information to a wide range of stakeholders, from frontline workers to senior management. Moreover, they need to be able to analyze data and identify trends, in order to develop proactive strategies for mitigating risk and improving safety outcomes. Effective workplace safety management requires a unique blend of technical knowledge, communication skills, and strategic thinking. Safety professionals need to be able to stay up to date with the latest technologies and innovations, from virtual reality training to advanced analytics and IoT sensors. They must also be able to balance the needs of different stakeholders, from workers' unions to regulatory bodies, and develop policies that are both effective and practical. Furthermore, they need to be able to develop and implement training programs that are engaging, interactive, and tailored to the needs of different workforce demographics. And finally, they must be able to measure and evaluate the effectiveness of these programs, using data and analytics to drive continuous improvement. One company that's successfully improved its safety protocols through the expertise of skilled professionals is XYZ Incorporated, a leading player in the manufacturing sector. By investing in advanced safety training and certification programs, XYZ Incorporated was able to reduce its incident rate by over 50% in just 12 months. The company's safety team worked closely with production staff to identify high-risk areas and develop targeted interventions, resulting in significant cost savings and improved productivity. The impact on employee morale and engagement was also dramatic, with workers reporting feeling more valued and respected in the workplace. As we look to the future of workplace safety, it's clear that skilled professionals will play a critical role in shaping the industry. By combining technical expertise, strategic thinking, and a passion for improving safety outcomes, these professionals will be instrumental in driving down incident rates, improving productivity, and enhancing reputations. So what do you think about the future of workplace safety? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about safety training and professional development, be sure to check out our next video on the top safety certifications you need to know about the daily life of a safety officer and try to complete a full day of their responsibilities while keeping everyone safe. When we think about the people who keep our workplaces safe, one role often comes to mind: the safety officer. These individuals are the unsung heroes behind the scenes, working tirelessly to ensure that every employee goes home safely at the end of the day. Their importance cannot be overstated, as they are the last line of defense between us and potential hazards. You might think that safety officers are just rule enforcers, always looking for ways to restrict our freedom and make our jobs more difficult. Or maybe you believe they're only there to react to incidents after they happen, rather than taking proactive steps to prevent them in the first place. But that's not the whole story. In fact, many people perceive safety officers as being more focused on paperwork and compliance rather than actually making a difference on the ground. These misconceptions are far from the truth. The reality is that safety officers are multifaceted professionals who wear many hats. They're not just enforcers, but also coaches, trainers, and problem solvers. They work closely with management to identify and mitigate risks, developing strategies to prevent injuries and illnesses. Their role is far more proactive than reactive. Another common misconception is that safety officers are only needed in high-risk industries like construction or manufacturing. But the truth is, every workplace has its unique set of hazards, and safety officers are essential in identifying and addressing them. Whether it's an office building or a hospital, safety officers play a critical role in ensuring that everyone can work safely and efficiently. Safety officers are often the first responders in emergency situations, providing critical care and support until medical help arrives. They're also responsible for investigating incidents, identifying root causes, and implementing corrective actions to prevent similar incidents from happening again. It's a tough job that requires a unique blend of technical knowledge, communication skills, and problem-solving abilities. One of the most critical responsibilities of a safety officer is conducting risk assessments. This involves identifying potential hazards, evaluating their likelihood and impact, and prioritizing actions to mitigate or eliminate them. It's a painstaking process that requires meticulous attention to detail, but it's essential for developing effective safety strategies. Safety officers are also responsible for developing and delivering training programs that equip employees with the skills and knowledge they need to work safely. This might include topics like hazard recognition, emergency response, and safe work practices. By educating employees, safety officers empower them to take ownership of their safety and make better decisions on the job. I want to share a story that really drives home the importance of safety officers. A few years ago, a safety officer at a manufacturing plant identified a critical risk in the company's conveyor belt system. She worked tirelessly with the engineering team to develop a solution, and as a result, they were able to prevent a major incident that could have resulted in serious injuries or fatalities. Thanks to her dedication and expertise, the plant was able to avoid a disaster and continue operating safely. There's no doubt that safety officers play a critical role in maintaining safe work environments. They're the guardians of our workplaces, working behind the scenes to identify and mitigate risks, develop effective safety strategies, and respond to emergencies. Without them, our workplaces would be much more hazardous, and the consequences would be dire. In conclusion, safety officers are the unsung heroes of our workplaces. They're dedicated professionals who work tirelessly to keep us safe, often behind the scenes and without recognition. So next time you see a safety officer on the job, take a moment to appreciate the critical role they play in keeping you and your colleagues safe. Join me as I dive in. Having a safety certification can be a game changer for career growth and salary increases. In fact, many industries require safety certifications as a prerequisite for certain jobs or promotions, making it an essential investment for professionals looking to advance their careers. Many professionals face a common dilemma: they're stuck in a job with limited growth opportunities, and their salaries are stagnant. Despite their best efforts, they're unable to break through the glass ceiling and achieve the salary they deserve. This can be especially challenging in industries where safety is a top priority, such as construction, oil and gas, or manufacturing. Professionals in these fields often struggle to differentiate themselves from their peers and demonstrate their value to potential employers. Another challenge professionals face is the lack of clear direction on how to boost their salaries. They may feel overwhelmed by the numerous certifications and training programs available, and unsure of which ones will have the greatest impact on their career. Without a clear understanding of the benefits and requirements of each certification, professionals may waste time and resources on the wrong training, leading to frustration and disappointment. Additionally, many professionals may not fully appreciate the importance of staying up to date with industry regulations and best practices. They may assume that their current certifications are sufficient, but fail to recognize the value of continuous learning and professional development. This can lead to stagnation and a lack of competitiveness in the job market, making it even harder to achieve a salary increase. In the next section, we'll explore the top safety certifications available in 2025 and examine their benefits, requirements, and potential impact on your earning potential. Let's start with the most in-demand safety certifications, such as the Occupational Health and Safety Technologist and the Certified Safety Professional. These certifications are highly respected in the industry and can significantly enhance your qualifications and earning potential. We'll also cover the requirements for each certification, including the necessary education, experience, and training. Next, we'll delve into the emerging trends in safety certifications, such as the increasing demand for specialized certifications in fields like environmental health and safety or construction safety. We'll also examine the benefits of obtaining certifications from reputable organizations like the Board of Certified Safety Professionals or the International Society of Automation. Furthermore, we'll explore the financial benefits of obtaining a safety certification, including the average salary increases and job prospects for certified professionals. By understanding the return on investment for each certification, you can make an informed decision about which ones to pursue. Take, for example, the story of John, a safety manager in the oil and gas industry. After obtaining his CSP certification, John saw a 20% increase in his salary and was promoted to a senior leadership role. He credits his certification for opening up new opportunities and giving him the confidence to take on more complex projects. John's story is not an isolated incident. Countless professionals have seen significant salary increases and career advancements after obtaining a safety certification. By investing in the right certification, you can demonstrate your expertise and commitment to safety and reap the financial rewards. In conclusion, safety certifications are a crucial step in career advancement and salary growth. By understanding the benefits and requirements of each certification, you can make informed decisions about your professional development and take control of your career future and try to predict what safety professionals will really look like in 2025. When it comes to ensuring workplace safety and compliance, safety professionals play a vital role. They're responsible for identifying hazards, developing safety protocols, and training employees on best practices. Without them, our workplaces would be much more dangerous places. Safety professionals face a multitude of challenges today. One of the biggest hurdles is keeping up with evolving regulations. It seems like every year, new laws and standards are introduced, and safety professionals must stay up to date on these changes to ensure their organizations remain compliant. This can be a daunting task, especially for small to medium-sized businesses with limited resources. Another challenge safety professionals face is the integration of technology in safety practices. While technology has made many aspects of our lives easier, it's also created new hazards and risks. From automation to artificial intelligence, safety professionals must learn to navigate these new tools and ensure they're not introducing new dangers into the workplace. Furthermore, safety professionals must also contend with the growing expectation of employees and customers that their workplaces be not only safe but also healthy and sustainable. This requires a shift in focus from simply complying with regulations to creating a holistic approach to safety that incorporates physical, mental, and environmental well-being. It's a tall order, and one that requires safety professionals to be adaptable, creative, and forward-thinking. In addition to these challenges, safety professionals are also expected to be experts in a wide range of fields, from ergonomics to environmental science. It's a complex and demanding role that requires a deep understanding of many different disciplines. Looking to the future, there are several emerging trends that will shape the role of safety professionals. One of the most significant is the increasing use of automation and artificial intelligence in the workplace. As machines and algorithms take over more tasks, safety professionals will need to develop new protocols to ensure these systems are safe and reliable. Another trend that's gaining momentum is the use of data analytics in safety management. By analyzing data on near misses, incidents, and safety metrics, safety professionals will be able to identify trends and patterns that can inform their safety strategies. This will enable them to be more proactive and targeted in their approach, reducing risks and improving outcomes. The growing focus on mental health in the workplace is another trend that will impact the role of safety professionals. As we come to realize the importance of mental well-being and overall health, safety professionals will need to develop strategies to support employees' mental health and reduce the stigma associated with mental illness. Finally, there's the trend towards sustainability and environmental responsibility. As organizations seek to reduce their environmental footprint, safety professionals will need to develop safety protocols that take into account the environmental impact of their operations. One key insight I have about the future of safety professionals is that they'll need to be lifelong learners, constantly updating their skills and knowledge to stay ahead of the curve. With the pace of technological change accelerating all the time, it's essential that safety professionals are able to adapt quickly and effectively. To remain relevant in 2025, safety professionals will need to be able to think strategically, leveraging data and technology to drive their safety strategies. They'll need to be able to communicate complex ideas simply and persuasively, and to work collaboratively with other stakeholders to drive change. Ultimately, the future of safety professionals will depend on their ability to evolve and adapt to the changing landscape of workplace safety. By staying curious, staying informed, and staying focused on their core mission of protecting people and the environment, safety professionals can thrive in 2025 and beyond. In conclusion, the future of safety professionals is both exciting and challenging. From automation to mental health, there are many trends and issues that will shape the role of safety professionals in 2025. By understanding these trends and staying adaptable, safety professionals can continue to play a vital role in ensuring workplace safety and compliance. Becoming a successful safety officer is no easy feat, especially in today's modern workplaces where the stakes are higher than ever. As we all know, safety officers play a critical role in ensuring the well-being of employees, and their importance cannot be overstated. The reality is that workplace safety challenges are becoming increasingly complex. One of the biggest challenges safety officers face is adapting to new technologies and regulations that seem to emerge every month. It's no longer just about following a set of guidelines, it's about staying ahead of the curve and anticipating potential risks. For instance, the rise of artificial intelligence and automation has introduced new hazards that safety officers need to identify and mitigate. Moreover, the ever-changing regulatory landscape means that safety officers must stay up to date with the latest laws and standards. This can be overwhelming, especially for those who are new to the role. Another major challenge is the sheer volume of data that safety officers need to manage. With the increasing use of IoT devices and sensors, safety officers are now faced with a deluge of information that they need to analyze and interpret. This requires a different set of skills, including data analysis and interpretation, which not all safety officers possess. Furthermore, the complexity of modern workplaces means that safety officers need to be able to communicate effectively with different stakeholders, from employees to senior management. This is no easy task, especially when you're dealing with sensitive or complex information. In addition to these challenges, safety officers also need to contend with the increasing pressure to demonstrate the value of their role. With budgets getting tighter, safety officers need to be able to show how their initiatives are impacting the bottom line. This requires a strong understanding of business operations and the ability to make a compelling case for investment in safety. As you can see, the role of a safety officer is becoming increasingly demanding, and those who want to succeed need to be able to adapt quickly. To overcome these challenges, safety officers need to develop a range of skills and strategies. One of the most critical skills is the ability to analyze data effectively. This means being able to collect and interpret data, identify trends, and develop targeted interventions. Another key skill is communication. Safety officers need to be able to communicate complex information in a way that's easy to understand, whether it's to employees, management, or other stakeholders. Tech proficiency is also essential, as safety officers need to be able to leverage technology to streamline their workflows and improve their decision-making. In addition to these skills, safety officers also need to be able to think strategically. This means being able to see the big picture and identify opportunities to improve safety outcomes. It's no longer just about reacting to incidents, it's about anticipating and preventing them from occurring in the first place. For example, a safety officer might use data analysis to identify a trend of near misses in a particular area of the workplace. They could then use this information to develop a targeted training program to reduce the risk of accidents. One of the most impactful secrets to becoming a successful safety officer in 2025 is the ability to think like a business leader. This means being able to understand the commercial imperatives of the organization and aligning safety initiatives with business objectives. By doing so, safety officers can demonstrate the value of their role and gain the support of senior management. For instance, a safety officer might identify an opportunity to reduce waste and improve efficiency by implementing a new safety protocol. By framing this initiative in terms of cost savings and productivity gains, they can build a compelling case for investment. Another key secret is the importance of continuous learning. The pace of technological change is rapid, and safety officers need to be able to keep up. This means being committed to ongoing training and development, whether it's through formal education or on-the-job learning. By staying ahead of the curve, safety officers can ensure that they're always equipped to tackle the latest challenges. For example, a safety officer might attend a conference on AI and automation to learn about the latest developments and how they can be applied in the workplace. Ultimately, the most successful safety officers are those who are able to adapt quickly to changing circumstances. They're able to think strategically, communicate effectively, and leverage technology to improve safety outcomes. By adopting this mindset, safety officers can stay ahead of the curve and achieve their goals in 2025. In today's video, we've explored the secrets to becoming a successful safety officer in 2025. From adapting to new technologies and regulations to developing key skills like data analysis and communication, we've covered a lot of ground. Remember, the role of a safety officer is becoming increasingly complex, and those who want to succeed need to be able to adapt quickly. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts on safety officer roles in the comments below. If you want to learn more about safety innovations, be sure to check out our video on the latest trends and technologies that are changing the game.